Hello everyone. So this is the process that I'm trying to capture with chipsID. So at chipsID we capture golden samples with extremely high resolution directly from the Keyence Digital Microscope because we understand that once the golden sample goes obsolete or there's a material shortages, we no longer have access to the golden sample, so we want to capture all the details as much as possible. So here I am trying to capture the top marking of a Texas Instrument part. As you can see, this is called the depth composition, meaning the Keyence Digital Microscope is capturing every layer of the image as it goes up, and it's stacking all the images together and capture very high detail of the component top marking. So now I'm going to flip it over and take a look at the bottom marking or any bottom side of the part. For this particular part, it does not have the bottom marking, but there are some parts that do have bottom markings. Typically, bottom marking are very rare because when you do inspection, you don't really, most of the parts are in tape and reel anyway, so you don't really unreel the parts to inspect the bottom. You just inspect the top. Similarly, with AOI, you automatic optical inspection, it only inspect the top before it places the component out of its reel. So I'm going to rename the part so that way we can catalog this as a bottom side image for this part. So now I'm gonna try to take a look at the lead finish, actually the lead images of the part to see if there's any copper exposure for the part. Because typically counterfeiter, meaning the part has been reclaimed or pulled from a PWA, you tend to see traces of lead in it or whatever solder they use, and you won't have or uniformity of the leads. And here you are, you can see, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the depth composition as the images go up. It will eventually reveal that this part is a golden sample, has not been used at all, and you can clearly see the copper exposure at the tip of the leads. And this is a golden sample that we procure directly from DigiKey, and we have traceability for the part as well. Now that we have captured the golden sample for the top, bottom, lead images, we are going to proceed with the encapsulation process to capture the dye in high resolution. So now that we acquired the dye using our proprietary method without using a single drop of acid, we acquire the images the same way as we do with at the external level. So we're using a depth composition, using mixed lighting, meaning it's gonna illuminate the entire die, showing the metals composition and the pads of the die, not necessarily the die marking because of the mixed lighting. So once mixed lighting is finished, I'm going to change the magnification to a higher resolution or high magnification and using the coaxial lighting. You can see with coaxial lighting, it illuminates the entire die, revealing the pattern of the die as well as any markings on the die itself. So what I'm doing at this point is that is at such a high magnification, we have to use a stitching feature of the Keyence Digital Microscope. So what the stitching feature does is that it stitches the image together. So in order for it to stitch the image, you have to specify the perimeter of the die that is seeing. So I'm going to each corner and telling the microscope to start stitching every image you see within this parameter. So you can see I'm going to corner and I'm specifying the depth composition as well. So even though at this microscopic level, any slight slanted in the die will cause the die image to become out of focus. So we're using a combination of both stitching and depth composition. So here it is the stitching the die together at 400x magnification. So once the stitching is complete, you can see the whole die stitched together at 400x. So you can zoom in with any detail you want to see. So here I'm going to save the image, and this we call it the bright field image, whereas when I take the picture with mixed lighting, that is known as the dark field image of the die. So I spotted the marking on the die. So for that particular area, I'm zooming in to 700x or even 1000x in this case to see the die marking. So you can see the die is manufactured in 2017 and the part marking on the die is LMR 236X097. So that's kind of carry the partial part number of this part on the die. So that kind of give you that this is the correct die for this part. So that's a wrap on this part LMR 23630 AFQ DDARQ1 from Texas Instruments. For more information on this part or accessing the high resolution images that we just captured together on the digital microscope from Keyence, visit us at chipsID.com and subscribe to our database. Or if you have parts that you want us to capture as a golden sample for future reference, please reach out to us. Thanks for watching.